Welcome everyone that's watching on Facebook as well. We're about to launch our Bye Bye Mould Healthy Home Masterclass with Kay Hamilton, all the way from Tasmania, and myself. And we've got a few people joining us live on Zoom, which is great. So I am excited to share everything I've learned about using essential oils to clean away mold and other things in the house we don't want hanging around. And I'm also keen to hear what Kay has to say. So as we go along, we'll have the chat open. If you have any questions, you could type them in. Does everyone know where the chat is?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a little square, should say chat. But if you have trouble with that, just unmute yourself and jump in if you want to ask a question. That's fine. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So is everyone ready? Have you got your cups of tea and coffee ready to go?
My Ningxia.
Your Ningxia.
Ningxia.
Okay. Yeah, Ningxia. I think that is something Kay drinks all the time. It's a elixir for beauty, I think.
Oh.
That's a gorgeous compliment.
Oh, that's
Wow.
wonderful. Thank you, Mel. It's an elixir for wellness.
Yeah. I want to order some in my next order.
Nice.
Okay, so before we talk about the actual oils and products to use for getting rid of mold, I thought Kay can just talk a little bit about Young Living, which is the organization that I get all of my oils from. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Kay? Because how long have you been involved in Young Living?
Yeah, it's always nice to know what people have done and why they've done it and the back end of the story. So I joined Young Living, or I came across Young Living in 2010. And just very briefly, I wanted something to put on my skin that was not going to compromise my health and well-being and make me feel feminine and strong and nice. And I got an email that suggested that was promoting these oils. And I thought, oh, maybe this is the answer, because I had no idea what I call them divine nudges. These messages were coming through, and I had no idea what that might mean. So I had a chat with the people who sent me that email, and after listening to what they had to say, Young Living ticked all these boxes for me: organic, sustainable, all of those kind of things. And I just thought that was worth investing in getting a kit, and I got a kit of 10 oils. I had no idea at the time what that decision was going to do for me. It had an amazing effect on my life, because when the pack arrived, I could smell the oils coming through the packaging, and the smell was something I'd never experienced before. So that just set me on a journey, learning more about essential oils and learning about Young Living, of course. And then I just started sharing them with people, and people were ringing me and saying, "Kay, guess what? I used this oil for this, and I had great results." And I started getting all these amazing feedback stories, and it was just a wonderful thing. So I shared lots with them, and you've got Gary and Mary up on the screen. I was around in early enough in Young Living to meet Mary and Gary, and that was absolutely amazing. I started going to the conventions and learning about them, and then I went on to win all these trips around the world, and I've visited farms in France, the lavender farm, the helichrysum farm in Croatia, the farm in Utah, where quite a few different plants are grown. And I got to go to Hawaii, and even got to plant the Royal Hawaiian sandalwood trees, which was absolutely amazing. So yeah, Mel's got
Wow.
up on the screen there, the leadership industry. So for me, it's been an amazing experience. And the added bonus is I live vibrantly, I live beautifully with my Ningxia red, as Mel said. No. I've been involved in, a community with beautiful people all over the place who are interested in using these oils for lots of different reasons. And, when you decide, yes, you'd like to have some oils from Young Living. So there's the farm from France in the background there on that graphic. So yes, since then I've discovered the beautiful people in Young Living, but the best thing is watching people change, evolve, transform, step into their personal power. It's been an amazing experience for me in my own personal development and learning about the seed to seal, and the importance of making sure that you are using an essential oil that has therapeutic benefits. Most essential oils on the market don't, because they can be adulterated. Legally, we only need to put a very small percentage of pure oil in a bottle, and you can still label it as 100% pure. Now, that's the what do you call it? The labeling requirements that they have with the industry, and it's very misleading because they can put 100% pure on the bottle, but it really only means there's a little bit of pure oil. So then you've got to question what else is in there or what is in there, because we and a lot of us know.
Oh, look at that. It's going to show us the lavender farm in a minute, Kate.
Yeah, all right. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So these oils are safe to use, because if we've got synthetics and chemicals in them, they're not going to give us the therapeutic benefits that we are looking for with Young Living, which is very standalone compared to a lot of other oil brands.
Yeah.
And this is the lavender farm, which is the biggest lavender farm in all the world. And our lavender is grown from seed, not from, they're not cloned. I know looked like we were going to be sourcing lavender from Tasmania at one stage from my farm that was organic. But when they dug a little bit deeper, they discovered that their lavender was grown from cuttings, which basically it's like cloning something. So everything is repeated and no variations. Whereas when you grow from seed, each and every plant has its own qualities, and you get a much, I'm not quite sure really what words to use, but you get a bigger variety of constituents and compounds in the actual oil itself, which increases the therapeutic value.
Yeah, and I was listening to a video about the lavender farm where they also look after the bees and create lavender honey. And they even have special brushes that when they go and harvest the lavender, they make sure the bees are safe. So I just love that about this organization. Like, I know we're going to talk about oils for removing mold, but I think it's good just to know about Young Living and just how ethical they are. Because if you're into looking after your body and your house, it's also good to purchase your oils from a place are also looking after the environment. So do you want to see this video of the lavender farm? Let's see.
Yes, let's watch it.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
So
was
that
just showing you a
was
few different things about how they get the oils. Yeah, did you want to
this
say anything else about that? This is a
yeah,
sandalwood
oh,
farm. Look
yes,
at
this
that.
one's in WA. One more detail about the lavender farm in France is they're using goats goats or sheep, I can't remember which now, down between the rows of lavender so that they don't have to weed them. Up until recently, they were manually weeding them, or they had to deal with the weeds in a lot more intensive way, whereas most places that grow and distill oils, they will put chemicals down the rows, which of course then compromises what the value of what we are using with Young Living. So that was an interesting thing. But yeah, this talks about the sourcing. So some of our farms are owned by Young Living. I can't remember now how many we've got around the world that we've actually purchased, because Gary's theory was if you can't get it from sustainably, we need to get it from what we've got. And he has purchased farms around the world, particularly to grow plants that are maybe hard to access. So the Croatian farm, we have helichrysum there, and it was on the endangered species list. And since Gary opened up a farm there, it's actually his second farm in Croatia. I heard the first one he lost or something, some war had happened. So he's very persistent and dedicated to making sure that we, had really good quality and dedicated to have the land so that we could plant it. So now what happens there is that we have helichrysum grown on our farm there, and also supporting, a few hundred families or people in the local area, because they probably bring their helichrysum to our distillery and distill it there. So it's helichrysum's a fixative in perfume, and so therefore, as you could imagine, in high demand. And my very first trip that I went on, Gary talked about the helichrysum and what was going on there, because even though there was a sort of a certain time that you could go and pick them, and even though they had these, you had is it a bounty? You had a certain amount you were allowed to harvest, but people were going and harvesting over and above their amount, and I think there was a bit of shenanigans on the out where you could go and harvest them, and people were being hurt. So Gary avoided all that by growing our very own helichrysum.
This is a beautiful picture of the Whispering Springs farm.
Yes, in
it's
Utah.
Gorgeous. Yes.
They have a beautiful backdrop. You can sort of see the mountains a little bit there, but when you go to that farm, on both sides of the farm and both sides of the roads, there is this most beautiful string of mountains on both sides, and there's always snow on the top, even if it's in the middle of their summer. So Utah's a place that snows heavily and in the winter, but in the summer it's very warm.
Beautiful. I was just going to mention, Kay and I went to Darwin and went to the Kakadu Blue farm where they do the blue cypress. I've got some here. Yeah, and that was really interesting just to see all the science that goes into like how they get the oils. There's so much work that goes into it. All the separating the constituents like the water from the oil in the plant, and then making sure that they get that pure oil. That was really fascinating. So thanks for taking me there, Kate.
Oh, yes, it was wonderful. Yes.
Yeah. Great standards. That's what we love. And the mission. We enhance and empower lives around the world by sharing the unique benefits of nature's living energy, essential oils. The other thing that I learned recently was that Young Living like a lot of the money after you buy their products goes into developmental projects around the world. Do you know about those, Kay?
Yes, the wonderful thing about Young Living is we are not just an essential oil company doing, supporting Gary and Mary and making them rich. They have done well with Young Living, but they've done the hard yards. But we also have philanthropic foundation, which is called the D. Gary Young Foundation, where sometimes they will have a special or have something and say a certain amount of this money that's comes from this oil or product will go straight to the foundation. But it is also a place where we can sponsor children, and a lot of Young Living people do that, or you can round up your orders. There are different ways for us to contribute to the foundation in some way. And there's a few people who just won the Fiji trip, and we raised $30,000 in Australia to send to the foundation. Actually, we might have won 15, but Young Living said we'll match whatever you raise. So the people who are in Fiji have just gone there and painted their equipment and made worked on the seats, painted the bathrooms, did some beautiful projects. I think one of the aims was to fence an area, because over there the dogs get in and or the wildlife get in and eat things. So around the school. So they just went and spent $30,000 worth of beautifying the school and looking after the children in Fiji. So we have several philanthropic things around the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so I'm learning more and more about what they do that I didn't realize. And you can one day I hope to visit the one in Nepal. That looked amazing when they went there and helped to build infrastructure. I think it might have been schools. Yeah,
yes.
great.
Yes.
Jenny's just arrived as well. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
So we're just giving a bit of a background to Young Living before we talk about Thieves and all the amazing, wonderful products that I know Jenny uses. You're a big Young Living fan.
Hi, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So let's move on to, I mean, there's so many different products, but we want to focus on the healthy home products today. So I'm just going to skip ahead to talk about Thieves, and I'm going to hand that back over to the amazing Kay to tell us about your experience with Thieves and Mould, because you told me a story which I found very interesting. Because up here in the Northern Territory, where I am, we get so much mould, especially in the bathroom, the back of the toilet door, all above the shower, and exit mould and all those harsh chemicals. You basically have to leave the house. They're so dangerous, not good for you at all. So I am looking forward to trying Thieves. I've used clove oil by itself, but just tell me a little bit about your experience with Thieves, or the story you told me about mould.
Yes. Well, first of all, we need to be very wary of the mould. There are a lot of people that are realizing these days the health issues with mould are huge. So you really need to make sure that you've got you're ahead of the mould. Let's put it this way. I think there are some cleaners that, yes, they might clean the mould, but they don't actually kill the spores in the mould. So, you really need to be aware of that as well. So earlier on when I was, I think I might have been in Utah, I can't remember now, but at one of the conventions, somebody stood up and talked about the research of mould that they did, where they put, there was a building that was condemned, and because of the mould, some big big, I can remember seeing photos of it. And what they did was they started diffusing thieves in the building. I suspect it might have been from the diffusers that diffuse it neat, but it was a big building, so it would have needed something strong to cover the size of the area. I don't know how long for, I can't remember all those details, but it actually killed 99.99999% of the mold. So we know the value of thieves for these issues. And the reason Gary made just a bit of a backstory about thieves, Gary was researching what happened during the time of the plague years ago, where there were robbers that were robbing the bodies of the dead, and they were not getting the plague. And the king sent a band of men out and said, can you go and find these robbers, because I want to know what they do so they don't get the plague. And they discovered that these these robbers were actually spice traders. And because of the plague, it was like what we've just experienced, where they weren't allowed to import and export their spices and herbs around the world. So Gary researched that and looked at the oils they had in that, and that's why we have he has so smartly branded it with the name Thieves, because a lot of people will say to me, Thieves, what's that about? So then you get to tell the story. And I didn't realize till recently that they were actually spice traders. I've actually got my little I got this in Venice, and the original story of these little masks is that they probably, I haven't confirmed this, but they might have been the first masks that were designed. So they used to have these cone-shaped things over their noses, and under here they would put all the herbs and spices in this area under here, and they were breathing through that. So these spice traders would have been putting the herbs and spices all over their body, and they probably had masks on where they had all the herbs and spices. So that is why they didn't actually get the plague, which indicates that plants have lots of goodness that can be very beneficial for us.
Wow, that's fascinating. I knew the story about the robbers, but I didn't know about that mask.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I was actually in Venice on a Young Living trip. I was there a bit early, or after it, one or the other. No, I was there early, I think, because I thought I'll go and look around Venice. And I walked into a shop, and a lady could smell that I had thieves on me, and she said, well, the cloves, and she said, oh my God, that smells beautiful. And so of course I told her about it, and she said, oh, and she had a shop full of these beautiful masks that we now wear for fancy dress. And she said, that's the story of, that's where these came from. So I love this little mask because it brings back the memory of being in Venice, and knowing that, the Italians knew all about this sort of thing. Europeans seem to be a lot more aware of, how you can use the plants and the herbs and spices, and no GMO and things like that. So they're culturally, they're used to families preserving and, doing all those kinds of things in a natural way.
That's interesting.
So it is, isn't it? So what is in Thieves? What were the magic spices and oils?
So the spices that Gary put in the Thieves blend are clove. Now, clove is a very high antioxidant, and it also has a bit of an analgesic effect. So we might all know or think of clove. We use clove in our teeth if we've got a sore tooth to numb the pain. Dentists used to probably use it in the past. Don't know whether any dentists use it now. But what else is there? Thieves, there's lemon. So there's the lemon oil from the rind of the lemon, and there's lots of goodness in that. There's D-limonene in lemon. And you'll need to Google, what does limonene do? I can put it in this term. a healthy body enjoys the limonene in the lemon oil. And lemon is great for cleaning. So if I wanted to peel this sticky layer off my marjoram and it left the gum behind, you can get your lemon oil and pop it on there and rub it, and the gum will come off. You can use your lemon oil, like I use the Thieves Cleaner, the concentrated cleaner, and you can always add more drops of lemon oil or to your mop bucket, things like that. Some people put it in a spray and clean their benches with just the lemon oil. What else? There's eucalyptus in it, which we know eucalyptus has that beautiful smell and a cleansing effect. There is cinnamon bark in it, which is a very powerful oil as well. You can Google any of these oils and put in Google benefits, and you will get lots of joy from that. Lemon, eucalyptus, rosemary is the other one. And rosemary is great as a cleaner as well. So these oils have been chosen for their therapeutic value to support us. Now we know that you can get the Thieves blend and use that for so many things. You can use this put some drops in a spray, use it in your diffuser, and it's going to help with the air in a room, particularly if you've got people around with bugs, coughs, and things like that. It is very well loved by lots of people. Great to put this directly on your feet for a happy body. There are lots of things I can't say about how good these oils are, but that's more for a closed situation.
We just have to be guided by all the regulations
yes,
about how we can talk about oils. But if you Google it, you'll find people use it in all sorts of different ways. But yeah.
And you can look up a website called PubMed, and there are lots of scientific studies there around the research that's being done from a lot of these oils.
Yeah, fascinating. I also think Thieves oil smells a bit like Christmas. So I think the combination of the cinnamon and the rosemary and even though it's lemon, not orange, it does have that beautiful, fresh, citrusy smell. So it makes the house smell great, not just clean up the mold, but you get the benefit of the aromatherapy.
Absolutely. And we should never underestimate the benefit of that, because smells are one of the most powerful ways for us to make the internal changes or the inner transformation that we're looking for, that we to get over any emotional trauma, or to empower us for confidence. All those kinds of things are a wonderful way to support you and your family.
Yeah, the children really benefit too. Like last night I had burning in my room, or not burning, diffusing, geranium and lavender, and it might have been a little bit of rose. And my son walked in and said, "Mum, it smells like heaven."
Oh.
He said, "Your room's like heaven."
Yes.
And it did
lovely.
my emotions. Yeah.
Just like music does.
Yes, well, it's all vibration.
Well, it's
Music,
all
smell.
That's a great point, June, because we are talking about vibrations when we're talking about oils, and it's one of the very reasons why I was very attracted to them, because we're all made up of vibrations, and the oils, Young Living oils, bring our vibrations back into harmony and balance. But if you are using an oil that is has a synthetic aroma in it, it will create disharmony rather than create harmony. And it's a very important process when you are distilling an oil, because with Young Living, Gary discovered if you distill them, there's certain temperatures that they have something called a flash point. So if you put the stills on and you've got it too high, you're going to compromise the value of the constituents and the compounds in it. So that's an issue, and then they're not going to be so therapeutic.
Right.
And so it's like if you bake a cake and you cook it too high, you're going to burn the cake. It's going to taste horrible. It won't be so nutritious. It's the same with essential oils. Now, most companies, or many companies, are not interested in that. They just want this oil at the end of the barrel as quick as they can, so they can get it into jars and on sell it. Whereas Gary with Young Living is the opposite. He knows that we use these oils for many reasons to support our health, and he will not on sell an oil that hasn't got the therapeutic value that we are looking for, which is very important. And also because we know we've got them in our supplements. I'm drinking Ninja Red. We've got oils in here. So we need to make sure that we're getting the best quality that we can, which we do with Young Living.
Yeah. And do you want to just mention why you kind of touched on it, but why you wouldn't place your essential oils on a old-fashioned burner that heats it up? It's almost as bad as using a synthetic one, isn't it?
The thing is, it will, when you're applying that heat, that I don't know how hot they are, but you're compromising the value of the oil as well. But Gary invented these diffuse. Well, he didn't invent this one, but he invented diffusers. Okay, now any diffuser you see on the market, it's come from the incentive of Gary Young, and what is at the bottom of these is a little plate, a little round disc, and it vibrates at a really high temperature. So it's got a high frequency, a fast frequency. So it moves really fast, and it breaks the molecules of the oils down into microscopic sizes. So then we're breathing them, and as we breathe an oil in, it goes, gets passed through the receptors in our nose and up into the limbic system of our brain, where our bypasses the mental part of our brain and goes into the feeling part of our brain. So that is why it affects our emotions, because it releases old memories, old triggers, and brings these things up. So and as they're released, that makes way for us to bring in new intentions, new thoughts, a new way forward. And there's one of my books has discussed the fact that they did some research, and smell is the best way to create that inner change if we're feeling stuck, if we're feeling traumatized. So just smelling all of these oils is very therapeutic and supportive for all of us.
I'm just going to make
That
the screen
probably
big
explains
again
why
here
people.
while you talk.
Sorry, who?
You're right, Judy.
No, talk away. I'm just getting the next slide. You talk. Yep.
Oh, I was just going to say that probably explains why people who have lost a baby or something, they'll sniff its little rug or something.
Yes,
They'll hold it close.
Comforting. And you think about a young baby when the smells, it's the oldest and most powerful memory we have. And we smell our babies, and they would be smelling us, particularly.
That's right.
And the smell of breastfeeding and things like that.
Yeah. That's I was listening to someone talk about babies and smell last night. I was talking to a doula, and she was saying that the baby can smell the amniotic scent on the mother's breast, and that's why it does a little crawl all the way up there. It's amazing.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I would love that. Love to see that. That's amazing.
Yeah, Billy did that. I was very impressed. Crawled all his way up. It was all about the sense of smell. It's one of those most well-developed senses when we're born.
But
Can't
our
see
babies
very well,
don't
but we can
crawl up.
smell.
Our babies don't crawl up.
They do. Yeah.
Little animals do.
we just don't
human
give them the
babies do.
chance to. We
No, they're
don't
they
give.
do.
away and then put in a rug and put in our arm when they're
Yeah.
born.
You
Mm.
Well, mine
Google
was.
Google breast crawl, and you'll see lots of little babies doing it if they're given the chance. They can smell that, where the amniotic fluid is and the scent, and where to go and get the milk. Amazing. So
Isn't
the
it
power of smell.
amazing?
Oh gosh, amazing.
Now
Jeez.
I've got a recipe here for mold and getting rid of it that actually adds tea tree as well. So if you want an extra strong recipe, this one was recommended by a Young Living blog. I can give you the direct link to the recipe. Well, this is it here on the screen. So I can give you the link to the research behind it. But they mix 20 drops of cloves with 20 drops of tea tree with 2 capsules of the thieves cleaner and half a cup of white vinegar, and then put that in a 500 ml glass spray bottle. So I think you could just use thieves by itself, Kay, but this is like if you want an extra strong one, I guess, for really, really mold that's just sticking around, and you want to make sure those spores are really dead. What do you think?
Well,
I would, yes, I would agree. I noticed. I generally just use the thieves cleaner here because yes, we do get a bit of mold, but it's not as prolific as it would be, I imagine, up where you are, Mel. But I think adding the tea tree would be very good. I do have, and making it concentrated with extra clove as well. I do have a story about a bag. I had it was a backpack or something, and it had got damp sitting in one of my bedrooms. It must have been against the wall. And it had got damp and had mold over the top. And I just got to it with some thieves cleaner and a scrubbing brush and managed to, get the mold out. So sometimes, like in the past, I wouldn't have had any chance to do that. But I don't think you would get all of it all the time, but if you got it quick enough, you can actually clean up things that, you might have gone, oh, I better throw this out. It's past its looking presentable stage. But yes, I've done that with a few things, and just get a scrubbing brush and give it a really good scrub. So cleaning walls, you could be using, if you've got some nasty mold in your home, you could be using this blend here and put it in a glass spray bottle. It would be brilliant.
Yeah. I've been using the clove oil by itself, but I think it definitely gets it just like extra mold. But I'm going to try it now with thieves and tea tree. I think the more concentrated for the mold up here, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
And you know what? The bathroom smelled like cloves for ages. It was nice.
Yes.
It was just nice having a shower. The opposite to when you use like, supermarket brands, and then you feel like you're going to inhale chemicals every time you have a shower after you've used them. Yeah. So they're 100% safe oils. I mean, thieves products are. You have to be careful with some oils, don't you, Kay? Like the clove oil, it's a hot oil. Do you have some tips about being careful with oil?
Well, thieves itself, if you are using it concentrated out of here, I would recommend you use it, do it. We call it a patch test. So you can we just get the side of the bag and just just simply swipe it across here and just keep your eye on it for a couple of hours. Or, if in half an hour it goes red, that is going to be something I need to keep an eye on. So you could dilute it if you want to use it. But the best place to put this is on your feet. So put this on your
What
thieves.
does it do for your feet?
It keeps a happy, healthy body loves it.
So it's like when you've got a bad cold and someone says rub Vicks under your feet and go to bed with socks on, that'll stop the cough.
Yes. it could have a similar response. Yes.
So it's just that general healthy well-being for your
Yeah,
body.
to keep your healthy body healthy.
So
So
you just, that's a good idea. Just straight
diffusing
out of the bottle.
just straight out of the bottle. If you're a bit concerned about that, you could dilute it. I do know some people who have a reaction. My son-in-law has had reactions as time goes on. They seem to get less if you are using the oils, and your body becomes, once you're
Oh,
cleaning your body out, it some people tolerate it more later on. But if you do find you've got see, the cinnamon bark in Thieves is quite a powerful oil as well. And so when we put an oil on ourselves, the oil goes into your skin, and what it wants to do is bring that healthy state into your body. So when we get a rash or something like that, it can be the effect of the oil in a cleansing effect.
Oh, okay. And
Just
then
to
the
kind
rash would go away.
Well, and you can just put coconut oil on. So if I've had, say, even peppermint oil, I've got a bit of that in my eye, and it stings. It won't damage my eye, but it hurts. So you just go and get some carrier oil or some coconut oil, or I use my V6 from Young Living, which is a blend of lots of different oils, or you could just use olive oil from the kitchen, and then you put that on it, and the sting will, dissipate instantly.
Gosh, that's good.
Yeah, I've got peppermint oil in my eyes before, because I use it when I have like a headache, just to put it above my brow. And occasionally I get too close to the corners of my eyes. It's like putting toothpaste in your eyes. But
Yes,
it does soothe the headache.
yes, but in summer you'll be sweating, and
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
oil will get into your eye, and so
Yeah.
carrier oil, it's just brilliant because it disperses the oil. If you go and wash it with water, that concentrates the oil. So if you think of a puddle, and how the oil floats on the top of
yeah.
a puddle and concentrates.
I might need thieves oil up here from when I hit the window.
Oh, yeah. You took a
Oh, it's
tumble.
terrible. Yeah.
I would suggest lavender might be a better oil for that.
I don't,
Yeah.
it feels like something's out. When I press it there, it really kills me, but it's like a stiff neck. Yeah.
So there's other oils I'd recommend for that, probably.
Okay. I'll try
Okay.
another oil then.
We can have a bit of a Q&A afterwards, and
Yeah, all right.
really talk about all of the oils that, if you have any specific problems. I just wanted to look at this Thieves household cleaner, because there is, like, if you're interested in purchasing Thieves oil, you can get a bundle with a few different things in it. So this is one of the things. It's a household cleaner. So have you used this one, Kay?
Oh, I only use this one, Mel. And
Yeah.
that was the bonus of discovering Young Living, because I use Young Living for all my personal care products, all my cleaning products. And the beauty is that over time, they've expanded the range, which has been just amazing. So this household cleaner, it comes in a bottle, and you can dilute it, and there are different recipes depending on what it is that you are cleaning. I use it and you just add water. So simple. You just add water. And I use it in my dishwasher. I use it for everything. So once you've got the spray bottle around the house, I have different bottles in different areas. and it's beautiful. Smells nice. Some people, as I said earlier, might add some lemon to it or some peppermint. If it's a bucket and I've got the mop out, I just put just a little dash of this in the bucket and mop away. And you know, how many of us really like housework? Most of the time it's not my favorite thing to do, but when you smell the thieves, it puts you in this mood of, oh, it's not so bad after all. So that there's always that added bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of using it as a garbage bin cleaner. That would be nice as well.
Oh,
in the kitchen
absolutely.
bin.
And you know, the most important thing is when you're using this, you're doing your body a favor, because my nose has become more attuned to the quality of smells, and over time there is, I can't, did you remember the name of that, Mel, or anyone? There is a name you give it for people who do smells. You know how people, they smell a wine and they drink it to taste it,
Oh,
and there
Oh,
is
yeah.
what is it?
I
I'm
don't
not sure.
know.
There is a word. There is a specific word. Orthon. I don't know. Well, I can't remember what it is. But Gary,
Olfactory expert.
yeah, that's right. Gary Young was very good because he could go out into the bush, pick a plant, and smell it, and he could tell you within a very exact small percentage what you could use those oils for, or what the constituents were. He'd say it's, 50% blah 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 and 40% this and 10% that and
Oh.
whatever it was. He had a very fine-tuned nose, and he was very accurate, nearly as accurate as the scientific equipment that they use to get it accurate. His nose was pretty close. So in other words, he would know, oh, look, there's some rosemary there. Oh, have a smell. Well, I reckon this could be used for A, B, C, D, all these different things. And he was very good at knowing which oils you could use for what, which he's passed on to us, which is great.
Yeah, what a gift. So I carry this little bottle of thieves spray. So this is a good little one, very small, but you can just have it in your bag when you're out and about. And if you want to spray any, it says here, taps or knobs or handles, especially when there's lots of germy things going around. I know when I was traveling internationally, I carried a lot of thieves with me.
Yes.
And you can get thieves wipes too, can't you? Like little hand wipes.
Yes, you can get thieves wipes, which are great because, yeah, there they are. They're a nice little thing to take traveling, or I have them in the car. So if I've been somewhere and I feel like I'm feeling grotty, or if I've eaten something naughty like an ice cream and I've dribbled it on my hands or something, or if you're eating. Now, I just had this thought too, if you were out and about and you bought an apple or some fruit that you wanted to eat,
Yes.
actually wipe the peel with it. And yes, it might taste a bit thievesy, but that wouldn't bother me too much.
And you can
just
eat it.
just back to that spray cleaner, the little one you had before, brilliant for aeroplanes. So you go into the toilet and they can be seriously overused and under aerated. So you can take your thieves cleaner in with you. And sometimes if I don't have my hand sanitizer with me, I'll use this to clean my hands.
Oh,
You can also
yes.
use it for spot cleaning if you're quick enough. So I know some people have got like biro out. So if I'm out somewhere and I spill something on me, out comes the thieves spray, and I spray that on, some clothes or a coat or whatever it is. What I do with those little spray bottles is I keep them all, and then I fill them with water and add drops of thieves concentrated oil. And if people come here and they've got a cough or a sniffle or a sore throat, we'll say, here, we'll make you one of these up and we just give them away to people. But yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. And you
So,
can
Kay,
put in your
could I just
favorite.
ask
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sure. No, ask.
Go, Jackie. Yeah.
No, go on. Sorry, I was just going to ask. I noticed in the little Thieves spray bottle that it has alcohol in it. So,
Yes.
could you actually, rather than filling it with water, could you use alcohol or a blend of, or
You could if you wanted.
both alcohol and
The
water?
alcohol, or some people use a vodka because there's no taste.
Oh yeah.
So vodka is a good quality vodka.
Mhm.
Our alcohol in the purifier and it is made from peppermint oil, so it's not the same alcohol that other companies would use. It's all comes from the plants, which is, Young Living has, they're the one who's created it. I mean, it's amazing.
Mm.
To think that we can make things in different ways.
I didn't know
Mm.
that. So it's made from the
Brilliant.
peppermint oil.
Yes. So see how at the bottom on there it says with that peppermint oil.
Yep.
That's because they've used the peppermint oil for the alcohol content.
Right. Yeah.
And also another
And that's
thing,
hand sanitizer, that one.
and Young Living, I think they might have had to change their recipe because ours actually, I haven't got one on me, but they're called sanitizers. Now, we weren't allowed to use that word unless there is a certain percentage of alcohol in it. So originally it was just called hand cleaner or something, cleanser or something else. But till we stepped up what was in it and put it through the TGA to be able to call it sanitizer, we had to call it something different.
And it's got aloe vera in it as well. That would be very moisturizing.
Yeah.
And this
Have
is
you got
the
something?
fruit and veggie soak. Sorry, what did you want to ask?
I was just going to ask if there's something that you can wash your hands with. I'll just tell you, because Justine gave me probably about 10 years ago or even more, some of her leftover stuff that she had in a jar, didn't want to take it with her traveling and all that. But whatever, whenever. And it's got honey in it, but it's gritty. And then when you wash your hands after you've been all dirty gardening and your hands are all horrible, it leaves this beautiful softness on your skin. But I'm going to run out of that one day. So has Thieves Products got anything?
Yes, we have. It'll probably come up on the screen, will it, Mel?
Yeah.
Can you remember?
I'll have a look.
We have soap. We have a
the dish soap.
Anyway, let's go. Let's stick with where we
do
were.
it in your sequence, yeah.
We do have a pump Thieves hand, beautiful, and it just pumps the foam out. Very nice.
Oh, that's nice then.
That's the dishwashing liquid there. And there was a little video here, if you want to hear it.
Well, that little video, yeah,
this is the fruit and veggie wash.
Which is
Hi guys, we're down on the ground because I've got a little helper with what we're doing today. I'm just going to be showing you how we clean all of our fresh produce using the Thieves Fruit and Veggie Soak by Young Living. I've got a bowl here for us to clean the stuff, the stuff. And then I've also got two bowls here because we're going to be doing a comparison. We call it the broccoli challenge. I've seen heaps of other people do it. It'll be nice to try it myself. We're going to get 2 halves of the broccoli, put them in one just water and one with a bit of our Thieves solution in there as well. And we're going to see how different each side of it looks. So I've got about 1 litre of water in this bowl here. The Thieves Fruit and Veggie Soak only requires 2 tablespoons, I think, to 4 litres of water. So we're only going to put like half a tablespoon in here for this fruit and veg. and then even less in the bowl for our broccoli. So I'm seriously just going to put like the tiniest amount, as you can see, it's the tiniest amount in this bowl here for our broccoli challenge. So we've got water here, and then this one I'll give it a little zhuzh. And then we're going to get this broccoli, which you can see is from the same one. I've cut it prior, but I want you to know it's the same one. I haven't done anything, they look the same. And I'm just going to dip them in here like this. And I'm going to give them a zhuzh for about a minute. So if you've ever seen the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 lists, they are the lists that are released about which vegetables and fruit and stuff have the most likelihood of lots of pesticides on them. Now broccoli is actually a clean one, so it hasn't got, generally speaking, too many pesticides on them in comparison to the other ones, but we're going to see the difference here. Hopefully we'll get to see a really good representation of the difference of what they look like just after cleaning them with a solution like this. So the Thieves Fruit and Veggie Soak has got 3 different oil blends in it. It's got Purification, Digize, and Thieves. And they are not only going to clean effectively all of the dirt and the germs from all the hands.
The sound went a bit funny.
That this produce would have been through before it gets into my home. But it'll also keep them fresher for longer.
I wasn't aware all those blends were in there. That was new to me.
Which is awesome as well. So if the pesticides don't bother you, if you're not concerned about that stuff, even though there's a lot of research to show that it's not great for our health, just knowing that your produce is at least going to be fresher for longer is awesome. And I've seen that already.
I don't know why the sound.
Having used this on my stuff, you know, we straight away do the apples when we get them home. And one other thing that's really important is that it is super highly concentrated, as you can see, with a tiny bit that I've put in these,
water looks like.
but you don't taste it. Like, you're not going to taste it. It's not going to.
Sorry, I muted you. You'll have to unmute yourself. I thought that was why we couldn't hear her.
Smell really strongly or anything. And, you know, that's one thing that people.
I use it for spot cleaning because it's got enzymes in it as well. So I actually soaked my dishcloth in it the other day.
When it comes to using it.
Or I'll soak it in Thieves as well. But
see, the water is just kind of resting on the top of this one. And on this one, it soaks right in, as if there's like a waxy sort of residue on this one that hasn't come off in the water. It's just really amazing how bright and green this side is now.
Okay.
It's wonderful. So I'm really happy to see that in real life. That's awesome. And these guys just require soaking 1 to 2 minutes. The lemons, I don't know about you, but I slice them up and put them in my water. So I do like to give them a good scrub to get all the stuff out of that porous skin. And then all they require is a soak. So I just get, I mean, not a soak, sorry, a rinse. I just get a colander, and then I get some running water over it. You can do it, like, if you're doing it in the sink, then just.
Okay. Well, that was really interesting, wasn't it? And you get so many nasties on your fruit and vegetables, so that's great, especially blueberries. They're one of the dirty ones, aren't they? The dirtiest. Yeah.
The Thieves Soak is amazing. Let's just go back to that for a little second.
This one? This
no, the
soap?
one, that one. So Thieves Dish Soap, you might look at it and go, oh my God, I can't remember now what it is, $20-something maybe. and you think, oh, well, that's a lot. I can go and get my whatever from the supermarket and only pay, pay a lot less than that. However, that means you'll be eating off plates with, toxic things on, and even don't be fooled by some. I know there is one particular, a lot of people think, oh yeah, but look, this is named, and I don't want to bring up the name, but this is what I use, and it's, they think it's okay. They're not, none of them are okay that I've ever seen. So with this Thieves one, I've got a few containers now, and what I do is I put a quarter or a third of the bottle into other containers, and you can add bicarb soda. I don't worry so much now. That's for the bubble factor. And it is runny, and you don't have lots of bubbles, but who needs bubbles really? Because this cuts the fat and the grease, and it's a really effective cleaner. Everything we use.
Good for your hands as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
Yeah. Won't get those dish hands.
Some people have even used it for shampoo, if they've been desperate, and it's fine because there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Do you get shampoo as well? You get laundry detergent, don't you?
Not in Thieves. This is the laundry liquid, which I found it's great. Someone told me I think you get 64 washes out of it or something. And laundry liquid is something that I was very concerned about. So Jenny's got to go. Thanks for joining us. I know,
Bye, Jenny.
I know she's not going to go. She's doing the TM. She's doing something.
Thermomix.
Yeah, I couldn't.
She's busy cooking, multitasking. Yeah. That's okay.
So the laundry. Yeah. So the laundry liquid is great. I love it. It's okay for top loaders and front loaders. I've got a front loader. It's fine for that as well.
Me too.
Yeah. And like normal laundry detergents can really irritate your skin, especially if you've got babies or children. I know I have to be careful what ones I use. Yes, with all the sulfates, dyes, petrochemicals, formaldehyde, phosphates. You don't want those.
All those things.
Yeah, so nice. Yeah, it says it does 64 loads, so that's pretty good.
Yes.
So how much is that?
Can't remember. I'll have a look.
How much is 64 loads?
No, money.
How much is one of these laundry soap? $50.
Yeah.
So that's, if it does, that's about $1 a load, really, is it?
Close
enough.
Yeah,
right? It is.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you're interested later on, you can buy a whole lot of things together and get a discount, so it gets a bit cheaper.
Yes.
Well,
and that's the other thing. People like Mel and I order monthly, which means we get 3 points, which means you can buy other things. Like, in all honesty, I have not bought dishwashing liquid or clothes washing liquid because they often put them in the promos. I buy all my vitamins and my Ningxia Red and things like that, and often get mine for free.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. And then you also, if you regularly buy from Young Living, you earn points, and then you get discounts and extra money. So it is well worth it if you want to swap over to something that's a bit more.
Yeah, if you order monthly, it brings the price down by 20 to 25% after two years. So it's a great saving.
Yeah.
And you're buying from your own shop. So you might go, like for me, someone was here the other day and I had all these oils that were unopened, and some of them, they were going, oh my God, look at all those oils. And I looked at them and I said, yeah, and in actual fact, I didn't really buy many of them because they came in my freebies from my monthly orders.
Yeah. You can get hand soap, bar soap, toothpaste as well.
What was that? The last things? Oh,
toothpaste.
On the screen at the moment is all the toothpaste.
I've got to have one that's sensitive teeth. So I get the one from Aldi because it's about a third of the price or half the price of the ones that horrible old Colgate, Coles and all that have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Do you know if
so
any of these are good with sensitivity, Kay?
well, with the thieves one, you know, if you're used to having bleeding gums, is that why you need a sensitive one?
No, just because I'm getting long in the tooth. You get more gum. Take it. Your
The
gums
dentine's
shrink.
wearing off, maybe.
Your gums shrink a bit as you age, and that leaves like more sensitive at the bottom of your tooth.
Okay, so I would suggest this thieves is brilliant for that because it keeps your gums healthier because of the essential oils in it.
Well, mine are
And
healthy. I've just been to the dentist and she said you've got such healthy gums and
that's
such
wonderful.
good teeth for your age. What do you
Yes.
do? And I just told her.
Yes.
Yeah, so I
So,
haven't got a problem like that. It's just.
yeah. But the problem with is, so if you are using Colgate, you go look on the back of it, and it says,
I
do
know.
not use more than twice a day, do not swallow. How do you not swallow your toothpaste? And there's a nerve on the top of our, or something right on the top of our mouth, that when you are using toothpaste, it is very vulnerable for absorption of all those nasty chemicals that are in most toothpastes. So, in our toothpaste, I love the Thieves, the whitening one. That's my favorite one. That's the very first one there. We can even use it for deodorant if we go traveling or we go away for the night and you think, oh, what do I chuck in? I don't want to chuck too many things in. Just use your Thieves. It works brilliantly if you've got little ones who fall over. You can use it as a salve on sores.
The
But if
toothpaste you're talking about,
yes,
Kay?
yes,
Wow.
yep. And the Kids Scent Sleek one is a lot more gentle for children. So that you might prefer that, June. But I like the Thieves because the oils in there. I had a girlfriend who had periodontal issues.
Oh,
with,
yes.
The infection you get in your mouth. And she started using Thieves and flossing. We have floss in Thieves. She went back to a dentist. He said, well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. He couldn't believe it because she was destined for some quite serious and expensive teeth work. And maybe even the mouthwash. Oh, that'll probably come up. See what's.
And no fluoride for people that want to avoid fluoride.
No.
Because that's a whole other talk.
Today I wanted to talk.
Oh, here's a dental floss.
Oh,
yeah.
He heard you and he
mouthwash.
just started to come on.
Who was that? Was that?
Who was he? He just started to come on and say.
He was talking about the toothpaste.
Do you want to
I thought he was talking about fluoride.
The
well,
videos aren't
was
playing so well. That's why I skipped it.
Yeah. So this is the mouthwash, which is great for a mouthwash. Listerine, we are now hearing of the concern of some, well, it's just Listerine, but the concern of throat cancer caused by mouthwashes. This is brilliant. I absolutely love this. Great to gargle if you've got a sore throat. So because we know with those oils in there, that's going to take care of a lot of things that you might be concerned about. And then there's the Thieves Dental Floss, which is absolutely brilliant as well for keeping those things between your teeth nice and clear.
So many Thieves products, not just for killing mold, but for killing bugs in your mouth as well, and keeping
tickling mold.
Healthy. Well, I was just saying, it's not just for killing mold; it's for killing.
If the wrong word came out.
Okay. So I don't want to keep talking for too long because we've been going for an hour, but just quickly, this is the Healthy Home Premium Starter Kit. So if you want to start out and get a few things all at once, Kay can talk about this kit. You get some extra bonus oils in there as well, not just the thieves.
I'm just wondering, Mel, is the new one have a diffuser? Because I thought that one we looked at the other day, there was no diffuser. Or is this one of the options? Ah, okay.
Yeah, there is one with a diffuser. Yeah, it was a glass diffuser.
Yes. This is an older version of the video, and I've got a
Yeah.
I wonder if they've got it. So what there's the Healthy Home one does have a diffuser, and
I'll stop sharing and I'll find the modern one, and you can just talk about it.
So all right, so if you said, look, I do want to set myself up with thieves, if you bought all those products one on one and one at a time and added it all up, the cost would be almost double from buying the Healthy Homes bundle. And the price of my Healthy Homes bundle here is $300. I'm not 100% sure if that is the exact one that's out at the moment, but and it might sound like it's a big investment, but that Thieves is concentrated. That will last you for a long time, and there's oils in it as well. So in this one that I can see here, it's got the glass diffuser. It has the toothpaste, laundry soap, the Thieves veggie soap, the dish soap, one Thieves hand foaming soap, Thieves household cleaner, which is the concentrated, a little spray, and it also has these oils: lemon, peppermint, purification, and Thieves in a 5 ml. But it also has the hand purifier and the little spray and stress away. So there's a little starter kit you can start with, and but when you buy the Healthy Homes bundle, it's already in there, so you really get that as a complimentary over and above. And Mel and I have got a special on, so if anyone creates an account this today, or anyone who's watching the replay, if you're buying through Mel, she's going to give an orange oil, I think was what was happening, and I am giving away
a wellness orange oil.
Yeah, nice. And I'm offering a $50 voucher with some roll-ins in it, and a little book with lots of recipes that you can use with Young Living, and there's a few things that I make up for people, and I would send that to you.
That's great.
Jackie, for someone like you've already got an account with Young Living. Your account, I don't know whether you're after 12 months, your account drops off if you haven't ordered something. But if you want to reopen your account, you just need to spend, I think, about $90. You need to use 50 points, and you can just order what you like. So if anyone's in that situation and needs a hand, I know there's a couple of people here who may have different support people. You can go to your uplines and ask them if you need to reactivate. That's all. If you need to order, you can talk to them if you have an account with someone else.
Yeah, and I can talk to people more after this call if you're interested, or if anyone's watching the replay and you want to order the Healthy Starter Bundle for Thieves. Well, there's other options as well if you just want to get the Thieves oil and a different starter bundle. So I can send you a link to all the different options and talk you through what best suits you. But yes, definitely if you've got mold, think about Thieves. Or if you just want a healthy home, if you want to boost your vitality and sense of well-being. I've been using oils for when did I start? Probably back in the UAE, so at least 14 years. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, was too. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And I just love them, and I use them. I teach meditation and yoga, so I can recommend lots of oils for helping with relaxation, helping with anxiety, depression, lots of oils that can support you as you heal from mental health and trauma. Yeah. Any questions while we're still live? Otherwise, I'll end the recording and you can just have a chat. Did you want to say anything before we say goodbye to Facebook?
No,
No?
it was nice to
Okay.
see you all though. It's nice to meet you,
I'll end
Jackie
the
and Jenny
live,
and Kay.
and we'll all still be here, but we'll just stop the live. Okay, so bye, Facebook.